Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm your host, Amanda Lamb. Monday afternoon, a man was shot in downtown Raleigh near Moore Square Middle School. He was taken to the hospital and police arrested a suspect. The school was briefly put on lockdown. Multiple streets were shut down. This brazen act of violence in a highly populated area has many people in the neighborhood concerned about safety. WRAL reporter Willie Daniely is joining me from the scene on Monday night to explain what happened. Welcome to the program.
Good to be here.
So this happened a little before 3 o'clock in the 300 block of South Person Street. Walk us through what we know about the incident so far.
Yes. Well, this happened in broad daylight. Around 2:45, that's when Raleigh police first got those reports of a person shot. And the shooting took place in a gravel parking lot that's right across the street from Moore Square Magnet Middle School. And there were a lot of people outside during this. We saw some people take Facebook Live videos showing the scene before paramedics got there. And, they showed a person laying on the ground, numerous people on top of him trying to do some life-saving measures. So it was a very packed scene out there. They ended up expanding the scene all the way to the intersection of Person Street and Martin Street. And they were out there for several hours trying to get any information that could lead them to figure out what exactly happened.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, it was so close to the school. Were students still in school, and how did the school handle the situation?
Yeah. So the school went on a code red lockdown situation, which is kind of the situation that's become all too common in recent years, schools being prepared for this kind of situation. And there actually were students left in the building. WRAL, we spoke to one parent whose son was taking part in an after school program for a musical that they were having at school. And he just kind of relayed to us how in the dark parents were about what was going on at the time. The information that the school could share was very limited. But as you can imagine, it's extremely stressful, being a parent, not being able to access your child who's in this building where this shooting took place literally right outside of.
Absolutely. Well, we will be right back after the break. Welcome back to the WRAL Daily Download. So we are talking, to be clear, Monday night about this incident. And I know that you've been in that neighborhood. What are people saying about this? I mean, they've got to be concerned.
There's a lot of concern from people who live in that area. I spoke to one woman who mentioned we're used to being on guard, having our heads on a swivel around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But then she said at 2 o'clock, that's not a time where I should feel like I need to be worried for my life. And in recent weeks and months, this has been a common situation in that area near Moore Square Park. Earlier this month, there was a man that was stabbed at the bus station there. In June, there was a woman who was driving down Person Street with her children in the back of her car, and a stray bullet went through her window, narrowly missing her and her family. So this is definitely something that is concerning to people who live in that area and something that they're looking to get addressed by police.
Absolutely, because I heard from a neighbor in that area tonight too who said, we're really concerned about the escalation, or what they perceive as the escalation of violence. Do we know anything about the relationship between the victim and the person who's been charged in this case?
No, we are working to get answers at the moment. Raleigh police haven't released an identity of the suspect or the victim who was shot. So we are working to get some more information about that.
And actually, I misspoke. I said charged. Has the person been charged, or we don't know that at the moment that we're recording this?
At the moment, we don't know that. Raleigh police have just confirmed with us that they have detained someone in connection to the shooting. So there's still a lot of questions about the role that this person played in the shooting.
Absolutely. And I know there's a lot of activity, as you mentioned. That's a really busy area. Not only do you have the school there, you have some restaurants, you have some stores, and you also have the bus station. So you have a lot of people who gather in that area. What about the streets there? You said they were closed for several hours. I'm assuming tonight they have been reopened.
Yes, those streets have been reopened. And as we were standing out there watching the police do their thing, there were a lot of people who had just gotten off work and had to literally stand at the intersection of Persons and Martin Street for hours because their car was then a part of that crime scene.
Yeah, so a lot of scary moments for a lot of people. And again, we're still learning, trying to learn more details about this. We know the victim was taken to the hospital, but we don't have a condition at this point.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, Willie, I know you're going to keep us informed on this and keep reporting on this. Thank you so much for sharing this information with us, again, on a story that a lot of people are watching very closely. This has been the WRAL Daily Download, a production of WRAL News. Check out my new true crime podcast from WRAL Studios, The Killing Month, August 1978. The show details the investigation into the serial murders carried out by a band of outlaw brothers in Pennsylvania. Episodes 1 through 3 are available now. Find the show wherever you get your podcasts.